What's up everyone, Jeremy here. Welcome to another video in the Tone Sample Series. In this video, we're going to take our first look at the STL AmpHub. This is a brand new guitar simulator plugin provided by STLtones in partnership with Ignite Amps. This provides boost and overdrive pedals, all sorts of different amplifiers, impulse responses, post effects, you name it, it's got it. We're going to jump in and see what kind of tones we can get out of this thing. Stick around. All right, everyone, let's just go ahead and jump right into Logic Pro and take a look at STL AmpHub. So we'll just kind of quickly run through the features set before we dive into the tones that you heard in the audio sample. So as you would kind of expect, we have an input and an output to set up our gain staging. We have a built-in noise gate. We have a tuner. And then there is a pedalboard section, an amp section, a cabinet or impulse response section, and then the post effects section. So looking at the pedalboard section, we can apply three different pedals, and there is a pretty good selection already. You can see we have a compressors, EQ, overdrive, boosts, things like that. You will note that this comes with the Fortin 33 pedal, which already sold me immediately because I've been a fan of all the Fortin pedals, amps, and everything. I've been a huge fan of the grind, and then now we have the 33 with the STL AmpHub. Both are fantastic pedals. So as you can see, I have this engaged here, and I have this for both of the presets that I have that you'll see in a minute. The Tyrant and then the TS9, these are just things I was playing with, but they are not turned on right now, so it's essentially just bypassing them. Then we have the amp sections or section, and in here we have all sorts of different amps. There's Fender amps, Marshall amps, the Emissary, the Dual Rec. We have SLO 100, all kinds of stuff in here already. One thing I will note is because STL AmpHub is actually going to be set up as like a subscription model, STLtones is going to be releasing updates to this basically monthly, so there'll be new amps, new pedals, probably new IRs, new post effects. Everything will continuously roll into this thing for, I think it's like $10 a month. So it's kind of a steal, and it's just endless new tone possibilities here. Let's see. So we'll kind of just quickly jump into the presets that I have created, which you will hear. Again, I'll solo these so you can kind of really hear the guitar isolated outside of the mix you heard earlier. So the first is exactly what we have up here. It's just, I don't have any fancy names for this stuff, but it's just 33 Emissary and then Orng. And so we have the pedalboard, as I said before, the 33, you can see it's up to maybe, I don't know, 3, almost 4 o'clock on the setting. We have the amp. I'm obviously not going to read every single one of these settings, but it's on the screen. You can see them. And I'll also be sharing a link to the presets as well, so don't even bother writing this stuff down. I'm going to share my bank. You can install it and be up and running. Let's see. So the impulse responses I have here are the 4x12 Orng and 4x12 Orng, same thing, just V30 on both with the SM57. Then we have, you can see kind of where we have the mics placed here. I'm using the Fredman technique. So this is essentially one direct on SM57 and another one 45 degrees. So that's simply what I have happening here. And then there are no post effects. And I'll just, let me change over to the other preset and we'll run through this one. So this is the only difference between this one and the last one really is the amp. So we're using the Rocker 50 here. Again, I'm not going to read all the settings, but you can see them here. And I'll be sharing these presets. And that is essentially the difference between these two presets. So Emissary and Orng Rocker. Let me go ahead and change my screen view here. And we'll show all of Logic. And we'll just kind of solo one of these little sections. We'll loop this. And then I'll just kind of play with some of the settings so you can hear it. But this is how they sound out of the box, the presets that I dialed in here. On the left is the Emissary, and on the right is the Rocker 50. So let me actually just solo the Emissary, and that is this. All right, so that is the Emissary. This is the Orng Rocker 50. And here they are together. All right, so now I'll just we'll go ahead and just kind of jump through some of these different amps so you can hear what the different amps are included in this. So we'll just start with, I don't know, we'll do the Cobra here. And obviously that is a clean channel. So let's do the lead and see what it. So obviously that we're going to need to really kind of dial things in here. So let's see. Let's get rid of the notch. Let's go and turn up, maybe gain a little bit. Bass. Let's bring up the mids. Okay, so that's the Cobra. Let's try the Marshall here, J800, which I would assume is the JCM 800. So let's go ahead and bring up, we know we're gonna have to bring up the preamp and the master, so maybe bring up some of the mids. Sounds really good. I like that one. I'll probably be working on this one as maybe the next preset I'll put together, but let's keep moving. So we have the SLO 100. Or SL100, sorry, not SLO. We'll get to the SLO. Another good sounding amp there. All right, let's just do one more maybe, and we'll do the let's see, where is it? The SLO 100, Soldano SLO 100. Let's see what we got here. All right, so there were some examples of some of the high gain tones. You will recall in the audio sample in the beginning of the video, there was kind of a more, not clean, but there was some breakup happening, but more of an ambient tone. So I'll kind of jump into the presets I used for that right here. So we have the emissary with, let's see, we're on the, I guess the channel 1, the clean channel, clean channel. You can see the settings we have here, and we have the pedalboard section. We have the 33 engaged here. We also have a compressor on here, and then you can see we're using the Orang V30, same Fredman technique as before. And then we have some post effects happening here. We have a delay and a reverb. And again, I'll include these presets in the video description as well, so you can download this and play with it if you'd like. And so another example here of what this one sounds like. A really nice ambient tone there. Just a tiny little bit of breakup happening. All in all, I think it sounded really good. Yeah, so those were the presets I put together, from the high gain to the ambient, just to kind of give you an example of what you can do with this thing. And we haven't even started to scratch the surface of it. And in the future, this thing is just going to continue to grow, and they'll expand upon the amps and the pedals and the impulse responses and the effects that are provided in it, even from what you saw today. So there's a lot of potential in this thing. If you haven't checked it out, highly recommend you do so and see what you think for yourself. All right, everyone, that is STL AmpHub and the killer tones I was able to provide using just 2 of the amplifiers in this thing. If you have not checked it out for yourself yet, hit up their website, download the trial, and check it out. For now, hit me in the comments down below and let me know what you thought of the tones I put together. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. And as always, thank you for watching and thank you for your support.